We now are looking everywhere and we see prices up. I already discussed grocery bills are climbing, coffee, eggs, staples up double digits, and somehow Donald Trump supporters are insisting everything is fine. Now they go, prices go up every year. Where were they when it was Joe Biden's economy and declining inflation? Where were they on prices go up every year? And the same people who screamed about Bidenflation are now amateur economists. And so we have to talk about the political consequences here. What should be done with regard to taxing and regulating corporations, price gouging, tariffs, the earned income tax credit, all of these different elements of the economy work together to lead to a very general question. Are you getting ahead financially relative to where you were under Biden, or are you falling further behind? What we get from this administration, in a sense, is fairy tales. We get fairy tales about big, beautiful factories coming back any day now. We get fairy tales about bringing back manufacturing, even though the manufacturing index saw its largest decline in 5 years, dating back to COVID in March, April of 2020, just a couple of months ago. And so then you start hearing about, well, maybe we will do a Doge dividend, thanks to all the waste, fraud, and abuse that Doge found. By the way, I'm still waiting for the arrests for the fraud. Fraud is a crime. If they found it, then someone should pay. 0 arrests. Who's even talking about it anymore? They forgot about it, just like all of the broken promises. And then are they going to say, voters that is, I need to hold the right people accountable here? Now, the numbers paint a brutal picture. And I always hesitate about, oh, there's going to be a recession at this point in time, at that point in time. You go back to 2014, there are pundits who have been predicting recessions going back to 2014. They happened to have the COVID downturn, which was relatively brief, but otherwise they've just been doing the sky is falling for 11 years. So I'm not big on that. What I am big on is data. Amazon has laid off more than 22,000 workers this year. Other tech companies have done the same. John Deere has laid people off. Wages aren't keeping pace, and we still have inflation in the sense that prices are going up. So we are now waiting for the deal maker in chief to make the deals. He slapped tariffs on goods we can't even produce domestically. He told us that countries are going to come running to him. By the way, Japan just canceled their trip to come negotiate. They don't seem eager to negotiate, but Trump said the countries are going to come running because they're going to need to. And then now they're talking about Doge dividend checks. Under Biden, stimulus checks were socialism, dangerous socialism, sloppy Soviet socialism. Under Trump, the idea of a Doge dividend, aka a stimulus check, is something that his base is cheering for. They say it's great. Under Biden, the fact that inflation was greater than 0 was proof of Biden's failure. Under Trump, inflation being greater than 0, despite Trump promising real price declines, is just part of how the economy works. It's part of Trump's master plan. So the worst case scenario right now, I hope this doesn't happen. The worst case scenario is prices keep going up and we see a hiring issue. We get into stagflation. Unlike a normal recession, there's no sign that if this current scenario put us into a recession, prices would come down. Sometimes recessions do lead to declining prices. But right now, when you look at the erratic tariffs, the hostility to the regulatory stability, the political meddling with the Fed, all of this points to, if we got to a Trump recession, it would probably be one where prices don't come down. Now, the right loves to mock Trump derangement syndrome. Oh, it's all about Trump. What we are seeing right now is a cult-like refusal to admit that Trump's policies are harming them. If you want to use the term Trump derangement syndrome, it's the people who refuse to acknowledge that Trump's policies aren't good for them. They seem committed to defending these policies and wrecking their finances. Now, we've been here before. You go back to 1929, the Smoot-Hawley tariffs helped turn a downturn into the Great Depression. And Trump's running a playbook that is disturbingly similar. So we can call it Trumpflation. We can call it the Trump session. Whatever the branding is, we have a bill here that is coming due. And unless something changes, it's going to get very ugly. Now, the hope is to save face. Someone will get to Trump and go, "You need an off-ramp, sir. We need some kind of off-ramp here." And hopefully Trump listens. I've been researching my family tree for years, and the tool that I keep coming back to is MyHeritage. I started using it long before they ever became a sponsor. And what I love about MyHeritage, what really makes it powerful, are the features that simplify building the family tree. The other day, I used instant discoveries to uncover an entire new branch of my family I didn't even know existed with just a single click. I also found an old black and white photo of a relative, and I used MyHeritage's photo colorizer tool to really bring it to life. It's amazing what you can uncover: immigration papers, census scans, records from over 33 billion historical documents. Like if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm showing a scan of an immigration document from when a relative of my mom arrived at Ellis Island, which I found on MyHeritage, which just makes it easy and fun. Maybe you're just getting started with your family tree. Maybe you're picking up where a family member left off. It's a great time to dive in, and you can try it totally free for 14 days by going to davidpakman.com/myheritage. The link is in the description.